Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be changing the mirror caps on my BMW 330i. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have the mirror caps on the hood. I have the eBay one on the right. I have the Beamer plug one on the left, and the original one is right behind that. I have also the LED turn signals you can see in the far back, and a set of torque screws. So we're gonna be testing the fitment on the car. When we're gonna use the original one as like a benchmark for testing fitment, which one has the best fitment. Okay, so we have here the OEM head mirror cap with the original LED light bar, and it fits perfectly. There's no gaps anywhere on the mirror cap, and the screw holes for the light bar, they fit perfectly. So this is how we want the others to fit. So we're gonna test the new light bar we bought from Amazon to see if it fits perfectly, so we know if we have any fitment issues, it's not from the light bar. So as you can see, the holes also line up good. It's not misaligned or anything. It fits in perfect. So we turn to the other side. See, no gaps anywhere on the butt. There's a very, you have to be very close to notice. There's like a very light gap in there, but not something that's like ugly or noticeable. It's very, very slight. So this is good. One thing you should take note of is wherever you buy the LED light bar from, find out if they have the mirror caps as well. So if you bought like from Beamer plug, you might want to buy the LED bar from Beamer plug, because then you're not worried about fitment, because they're gonna test it whoever makes it is gonna test it. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna be doing the eBay mirror caps first. I just took them off the car. They're on the car for a week. That's why I'm taking out everything so you can see. I have the original LED taillights and the mirror cap itself from eBay. And I'm just gonna put it back in again just to like show you how the fitment looks like. I came out of frame a little bit to like press it in and everything, so sorry about that. And so if you look closely, I've fitted in, and there is gaps in where my thumb is. And if you look up top, there's like a little crack on the little circle crack. That came from when I screwed it in while it was on the car. So I mean, that just shows you how off the screws are. So I was able to line up one side of the holes, but then the other part would be off. So if you end up screwing both screws, you're gonna have that little crack on top of that, or even have the whole thing break. So I only had one screw in on one side, and even still it kind of cracked a little bit because it was off. So here you see here, I actually put some pressure on it to line up the hole where the screw goes, and the other one is off. Also, another thing I noticed about the eBay one is those little tabs I'm touching. Those are supposed to clip to a part on the mirror cap. You'll see when I'm fixing it on the vehicle. Those clips are supposed to hold the mirror cap in place, and the ones on the eBay one are very, very flimsy. They break easily. Actually, the one on the left was broken when I got the mirror caps. So that's one thing. I mean, they were $40, so I mean, you get what you buy. So I wouldn't advise buying the cheap one if you have the money. I'll just put it that way. So we have this one is the Beamer plug one, and I'm pointing at the holes right now. The holes line up not as perfectly as the original mirror cap, but it lines up good enough to screw, and you can see here it sits in flush. It doesn't have like any unsightly gaps or anything like that. It sits in good, and this is the OEM one. So I have a strong feeling the new Amazon one is gonna fit in just as well. So we're gonna try the Amazon turn signals, the blacked out one. We're gonna try the turn signal in the Beamer plug mirror cap and see how that works. So as you can see, it's a clean fit. It looks good. It looks OEM, you know. It looks like a straight from the factory look, you know. So after screwing them in, I only screwed the top screw on top right there, because when I screwed both screws, it caused gaps to show on this corner I'm pointing right there. Yeah, it caused like that place to open up, and then it had like some gaps that weren't good. So I just used only one screw, and it looks good this way. If it fit the way I wanted it to fit, so just one screw was enough, and it's tight and it doesn't like shake or anything. It's good. It's a good snug fit. But fitment wise, then I would say this is why I would say you would need to like buy both parts from the same store. That way they fit them before they sell them together, you know, so they fit them. But I bought one from Amazon and this one's from Beamer plug. It still worked out anyway. Okay, so now we get into how to take off the mirror cap. So if you see here, I am pushing on the bottom bit of the mirror, pushing it all the way back, so we get a little space on top to use the pry tool. And you're gonna want to use like gradual force. Don't like yank it, or you can break the mirror. This method is the easiest method I've seen to take off the mirror caps. There are other ways. There's other YouTube videos on how to do this, but this was the easiest way without like breaking the mirror or anything. I've done this twice or 3 times now, and all of them I haven't broken any mirrors. So this is the best way for me. And usually, if you haven't opened the mirror cap before, this is the best way to get it out. So there's those 2 clips. That's where your the clips on the mirror cap are, and to remove it, you can use your thumb or some any kind of tool that can reach in there and kind of press it open. That way you can slide it out. So I have my thumb in there. I think I was struggling a little bit to open the clips up. So I think later on I used the pry tool. I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I used the pry tool to push it out. So I put it in there, and I used the pry tool to open the clips. And once they're open, I could just use my fingers on the backside to just slide it out. So you're gonna do that for both clips. And once the first one came out, the second one came out easy. And that's it. You have the mirror cap out. So I obviously, this is videos taken from a different time from when I was installing it. I already had the mirror cap on, and it was clear. You can see this is the new mirror cap already on it. I'm just trying to show you how to take it off and put it back on. Okay, so now we're gonna plug in the connector for the LED light bar, and then we're gonna test it. That way we don't have to come back in case it doesn't work. See, it works. So now I'm gonna push it back in, and this just slides right into its position. Just line the base up and slide. And then what you want to do is, remember those 2 clips? You want to do the first one closest to the door before the second one. So we're gonna push that one in first until it clips, and then we're gonna push the second one in until it clips. And then you can take a peek inside and just make sure the clips have like held on. You can give it a reassurance press. Okay, so it's in now. The cameraman is going around giving you guys a good look at it. It's a little dirty. I've driven with it for a while, but yeah. And then what you're gonna do is to put the mirror back on. It has like clips that go onto that circle part, And I think best thing to do is use that the rag to press the mirror back in, so you don't have like your fingerprints on the mirror. I didn't think about it at the time, but then later on I come back and wipe it. Yeah, and then give it a good press. So don't press it too hard. It clips very easily. And then there you go. And then you can test your mirror to see if it moves, which we did. And yeah, see, it turns perfectly. Yeah, I pushed it back again and try it again. Second time, see, yep, it moves. See, that's it. Pretty simple. And here we have the finished product. See the sequential lights? They keep going. Instead of the flashing light, it draws that whole line. That's sequential. Yeah, this is like a running theme right now, because the turn signals on the new taillights I installed recently also do have sequential signals, so they match. And I think I've given you a sneak peek onto the next project, because my car did not come with ambient lighting, so that's gonna be our next project. Watch out for those notifications, and if you like what you saw, you can like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching.